So here's the trailhead. Checking the conditions of the trail, you can already see there's just vines everywhere. Shit. I got into some rose bushes there. I'm caught up. Let me twist around here and unroll from it. Okay. I can squeeze through here. See how this has grown up. You can see here. I've done a lot of filming here in the past. You might recognize some of this terrain. It's one of my favorite places to hike and film any time of the year. But just amazing how much is getting grown up. Okay. 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 Now that we know everything's okay, let's we're gonna go on a little quick hike here. I'm checking the conditions of the trails. It has been so jungly earlier in the year here, and swampy and just overgrown that I've not been able to really spend much time through here. It's not like it was in the past. It's really weird. In the past 4 years, the terrain here has just changed immeasurably. I can't really even go into it. I don't have a whole lot of my older videos up anymore, but there's a hill over here that used to be just a field, and now it's woods. There was a field on top there with high grass, and you could get up there and film and do a complete 360 degrees in all directions, like you know, like big sky country. But not anymore. But I've not been up there. But even then, you had to hack through it to get to it in some of the places. But now I'd say it's really bad now. So we'll find out. It's good to get out and hit the trails as much as possible. I have done a lot of hiking this summer. I just haven't filmed it. I want you to know that. I've had a lot of requests from fans and followers to do more of these hiking videos. So I'm taking the camera with me today. I'm giving you what you asked for to some extent. There'll be more of this. If there's anything that I originally based the channel on, it was hiking and hiking equipment, backpack reviews, that type of thing. And over time it's morphed into something else. Almost, it's amazing how things can change. I've changed this channel to my taste more than anything. A lot of you notice that I do a lot of the, my favorite thing to do is a lot of the Red Dawn videos and the Red Dawn pastiches. I plan to do some more of that maybe. That's not too bad here. I do have a machete with me. We're not too far from the old poacher's camp. And some of you may remember way back, I went to the Moonshiners camp, which is almost pretty much gone now. All that's left is the old barrels. It's like literally a 50-something-year-old Moonshiners still, what's left of it. There used to be mason jars there and everything, and most of that stuff is either broken up or been picked up. I kind of wish I still had that old footage. I went through a time period there where I purged a lot of my old videos because nobody was watching them. I mean, there wasn't any movement on there, no uptick in views or anything. And that's another thing too. I'm telling people, I'm warning people right now. As much as I like making these videos, I'm just so busy, I don't have time, or a lot of times, to upload or do something. If I upload a video, and if I just get like 40 or 50 views per video, I'm just not going to do it. I'm just not going to do it. I'm not going to post regularly, at least. So hit like and subscribe on this. Show it to your buddies, your friends, your wife, your girlfriend, your kids. Make them. I'm almost to 1,000 subscribers now. Let's make it 1,000. I just lack a few, maybe 50 subscribers. Then I can start monetizing, maybe. Yeah, but it's good to get out here. This is what people need to do more of, is to get out. Get off the computer and get out in the woods. If you want to document it, that's okay too. But I've noticed in the past too, a lot of people go hiking and just want to post it on Instagram or something, or Facebook. And I do have the Facebook still, but I really just don't look at it anymore for all the obvious reasons. Okay, look down there. I don't know if you can see or not, but it's almost a small cliff down through there. It's a ravine. There's a creek. We've had a drought here, so it's going to be pretty dried up. I don't expect any kind of water. This region, in the months of August and September, has a tendency to have a drought period, like late summer, early fall. And in the winter it'll rain a lot of wind and rain. And you can't really tell here, but I'm actually really descending here on a trail. I gotta watch here, go slow. Grab a hold of some stuff. Okay. This will get you in shape more than anything. Always keep 3 points of contact, like I'm doing right here, no matter what. So if you start sliding, you'll at least have something to break part of your fall. It's really dark down in here. Now, I didn't do my kind of like, not really annual, but my big camp out that I do every year south of here on family land. My sister and her husband, they've got, you know, a lot of land, and you can see my video that I did on it last year called Gone. It was like a 3 or 4 day kind of sort of a survival weekend type thing, and almost a week really, actually. And you can watch that, go back and watch it. I didn't do it this year because they've had COVID and they've had all kinds of problems, illness after illness, and they've also had a lot of other kinds of tragedies on their farm. Big tragedies, just one after the other. And so I just didn't go down there. I usually go down there and spend some time down there just to get away from this area. It's a college town, so it's culturally different from this area. There's a lot more to do down there too. So look at this big tree. This wasn't here last time, I don't think. Okay. So what I've got to do is climb this. I think I'm going to put the camera up and... yeah. This has changed a lot. This used to be really high water here, and the only way to get through here was to climb, was to kind of shimmy along this edge here. And I dug it out at one point so I could make it. But you don't have to do that anymore because this is all erosion. Just in 4 years' time. Complete erosion. But I recognize this is my spot here to enter, to start ascending. As you can see, this is a valley here. So I came down this way to here to this point, and I'm going to be going back up this way. Try to get to the top if we can. Okay, so I made it to the top here. How's that? There's the creek down there. There is still a little bit of water down there, I'm surprised. A little bit of water. But the massive amount of downed trees around here. This is really, really a big area. Big trees. Big trees. Very jungly. We'll be cutting through this here. You see that over there? I'll show you. We're going to hack a lot of this out. I'm going to start a whole new trail, or try to find the old one and manicure it. I just noticed this. I was thinking about stepping through there. I don't know if you can tell, but this is why you have to really pay attention to what you're doing, especially if you're walking around at night. There's a ravine there, just a ditch that just goes straight down. It looks like it's level there, but if you look closely, that's kind of a natural man trap right there. There's actually vines caught up in that. That's why I had to hack it. I tried to be low impact as possible, but you know, this is really, really, really rugged terrain as it is. I'm already getting exhausted. This is a good workout though. No need for a gym here. Caught in the face. Ooh man, I'm caught. Oh, man, check it out. Good thing I'm wearing eye protection. Oh man. Oh god. Ooh. That's the first time that's ever happened, I think. How does it look? That's pretty bad. That's why it's good to wear some kind of eye protection, man. I just sprung out at me. It's like another man trap. Whew, man. Oh, shit. Man, I went down. Fuck. Part of the problem is I'm restricted by my camelback. I need to put a chest strap on it. See, it doesn't have a chest strap and it keeps bowing me back. Not good. That's something I gotta change. I don't know why it didn't come with one. I've had this one a long time. I don't know if it ever came with one or if it just broke off over the years. I'm having trouble getting through this. I'm going to go a different direction. Yeah, this is a lot easier. It's making it harder than it needed to be. Finding my way back out of this will be a trick. Welcome to the jungle. I need to sharpen this machete. I got that. These are made out of titanium. They hold an edge really good, but when they do get dull, it's hard to resharpen them. If you get any sap or anything like that, you got to resharpen it. It's like glue; it'll dull it up. I'm gonna take a break here just a second. Okay, I'm sitting here, so let's talk about some of the gear I've got. This is what I call my fast rig, and this is just a Camelback, an old one that I got at Army Surplus Flea Market booth, and that's the first Camelback I ever bought, and it has served me well. I've had it at least since, I would say I've had it at least since 2013 or 14 maybe, or ish. And I put a Amali Pals panel on there. Just fastened it on there so I could, you know, add some pouches. There's a little bit in the way of some survival gear in here with the compass and the usual. Let's see here. Like a little poncho or something. I don't know. I need to update all that probably. But I had this carbiner, or carbiner, however you say it. Tell me how you say that. Tell me down in the comments the correct way of saying that. Is it carabiner or carbiner? It's like carbine versus carbine. So there's that. I'm going to take this. I'm glad that I had this on there. You know what I'm going to do with this? I'm going to put it in the front and see if I can't use this as a makeshift cross strap for the moment. We'll test it out. We'll test it out here in a minute. Cash in there, come on. Anyway, so there's that. And as far as footwear, I've got these Merrells. I bought these about 4 years ago exactly. And I've worn these to work and hiking both, and they've held up just masterfully. I bought them on sale. These are really expensive and hard to get, but I was able to get them. I didn't realize how good these would be and how well these would hold up compared to anything else I've ever used. I use these with some tactical gear for at work, you know, for some law enforcement work that I was doing. And I may have even, I've had these for a long time, I'm telling you. I've used them for all kinds of stuff. And just this one pair. I probably should get another pair, a backup. Look how well the tread, and these have been on pavement too. It's great. Very comfortable. Right. And I've got the Camillus here. You used to get these at Walmart. It was one of the best, they were $24, one of the best $24 that I've ever spent. People always love to comment on this and say, it's a piece of shit. If you look on one of my videos, I actually go back and look where I'm cutting firewood up. And I baton wood, big firewood with this thing. And it works. Or that will dull, I consider that knife abuse. It will dull your blade. I don't recommend doing that, but it did do it. They've done lots of tests on these. They tried to destroy them, and they're extremely difficult to destroy. I don't recommend people baton wood really anyway. It's just knife abuse as far as I'm concerned. He says that as he stabs it in the ground. Look how hard that ground is. Great fresh air out here. Listen to the birds. It's good to get fresh air and some little bit of UV light. I hate getting sunburned though, so I always wear some kind of a slouch or a boonie hat in these conditions. I'm not much, you know, I'll wear sunscreen if I have to, but to me it's kind of, you know, I mean, sometimes you gotta have it, but it's a chemical. Look, it works. A quick, expedient solution. Adapt, improvise, and overcome. Because this works. Until I can get something better, this will work in the meantime. I like that. Let's see where we're going here. Up. I'm going to attempt this. I think I'm going to make a part 2 out of this. I'm not going to see how it goes. I'm not going to do a big long ass video. on this, I don't think. But it is good to get out. I want to inspire people to go out and hike a little bit more. If you've been hiking, tell me in the comments below. I'm not getting enough feedback from people, enough comments. I want to know what you're doing. I read all the comments. To me, that's what it's about, is getting in touch with people and inspiring each other. I want you to hit like and do some, tell me what you're doing. If this video helps you out at all, or if you enjoy it, what you enjoy, even what you don't. Not everybody agrees with me. I guess YouTube in a way is kind of, it is social media. People say it's not social media, but you know, what's the difference between that and TikTok? Or, you know, Facebook Reels, really. I've been really cutting back on social media because it's so toxic. See, I looked at Facebook this morning just briefly for if I got some messages. And when you look at the news feed, I saw on there some, you know, just terrible stuff people are posting. People that I know, just arguments, they're all arguing with each other. Right now there's political unrest in the United States, and the stuff that people are posting and arguing about, they're just going way, I mean, it's just, they're not going to resolve anything with all that. Makes me glad that I'm not, you know, I haven't deleted my social media, but I just had a media blackout for a while. I've not posted anything on Facebook. Try not to look at anybody else's post. I don't look for it. I don't communicate on there in the forums or whatever you call it, any of the pictures. I just using it for business purposes right now, business purposes. But the thing is let me say this, if this helps anybody out. If you are posting any kind of political agenda whatsoever, whether you agree with it or not, it doesn't matter. I don't care if you're conservative, Republican, liberal, Democrat. If you know, I'm a Second Amendmentist, but I never post any kind of Second Amendment type material, and I don't condone anybody else putting it on there because it's political. Because you know, you may, like people that post things like, well, if you don't agree with me, then just get off my Facebook or unfriend me, or I'm gonna unfriend you, things like that. If you're doing this, you're part of the problem. I do believe that the Matrix wants division. They want to divide people up. They want you to put walls in between everybody. And that's why, you know, I'm a staunch Second Amendmentist. You know that. Guns and even like knives, swords, all that kind of thing are banned in certain countries. We know those countries that ban knives and swords. But you know, you're part of the problem if you're posting this stuff. You're not doing yourself or anybody else any good. It's not going to get solved that way through social media, through having, you know, vehement arguments with your friends and former friends, and you're not going to convince anybody that way. It's not going to work. You're part of the problem. You're part of the problem. And that doesn't mean I'm a mod or anything like that either. But people are just up in arms and incensed over everything. Really polarized stuff. You know. So I highly recommend to not involve yourself in any of that. I feel a whole lot better not doing it. You know, just not doing that. Getting out here, looking at all this. This is so thick, I think this is about as far as I'm going to be able to go today. I think I'm going to head back. I can tell that this is just nothing but, I mean, look at this stuff. This is wherever, it's going to take me forever to hack through all this. It's worse than I thought it would be.